Hey everyone, it's Megan. I'm back, Stitching Moon. This is my channel about cross stitch. We're on the Flosstube number 30. I've got 30 videos now. And it is December 2nd, and I'm in my living room this time because it's fire season now, so we have the stove going and I'm horrible at it and I am afraid to leave the room. I will probably have to pause this video to go like put a log on or check it or something. It is such a pain in the ass. Yeah, it's so hard to keep going for me. And I'm like home all day because I work from home. So I have to just kind of keep pausing, going to check on it, feed it. And then, you know, I get all the like ash on my hands that I really have to remember to check and wash off before I like pick up cross stitch or something, because that would be a disaster. And yeah. So if I pause this video, it's because I get to go check on that. Anyway, I've got whips to show you today. I've got haul a little bit. I've got thank yous, plans for December. I have notes here that I'm looking at. Giveaway winners, I have that. Little shop update. So let's get into it. I also have my coffee that I haven't been able to quite finish today since I was tending the fire. So put that down here. And I know there's a glare on my glasses because I have to have this daylight lamp that I actually got because I'm in Norway and it would get dark. It gets dark in the winter. Not like I'm not in the place where it gets totally dark, but it gets darker than I'm used to. So like in the morning, you get up at pitch blackness now and I feel like it's the middle of the night, so it's really hard to wake up. So I got this lamp and it's good for filming up here because now it's still pretty dim outside. The lighting would not be good. So sorry about the glare. And also my camera now is like, or my stand is super close to me and my legs are kind of in between it. So if I bump it, I'm sorry. All right, speaking of the Norwegian weather, I have my temperature tree, my first, or my daily piece always. So yeah, here it is. It's by Sarah from Stitchin Mommy on Etsy and Flosstube. And we're already at the last branch. This year really did go by so fast, but so now it's, yeah, it doesn't get too cold where I am in Norway. So on this side is where the dots or the blanks in the middle are for snow, and I'm gonna go back and fill that in white and actually maybe like a blending filament to give it some sparkle, which I think was Suki, the Brown Eyed Stitcher's idea. And yeah, so November wasn't that cold. Like there was just like one, where's that bluish one? Right, bluish green was like right there. That was only like coldish day. I mean, it's been cold. Like this is, I'm using the cold climate. Now everything's relative. So I'm like, oh yeah, it was 40s and it wasn't that cold. And that's in Fahrenheit because I'm still used to Fahrenheit being from the US. But yeah, it was pretty much like April weather in November. Where we are in Norway, since we're right on the fjord, it's very mild. Like the temperature doesn't fluctuate that much. So it never gets super cold, but it also never gets super hot. And it was pretty cool summer. But that's that. I was thinking that's going to be a finish this year, but it's not because I have to wait till January to do the last leaf. Okay. I don't have as much room here either as I do when I film downstairs, so things are kind of going to be squishy. But my next one is my focus for now. Heaven and Earth Design Together by Jim Warren. And I am working on filling out the Q-snap, which I'm almost there. I have to fix all the hanging threads so that you can see it. Oof, a little messy. Okay. So here I am. I'm I'm so close to the Q stamp being done. Finally, this was a lot of, you know, kind of monotonous stitching, but it's, I love how the tree is coming out. And it's on 25 count, 1/1 full cross. So this, if you follow me on Instagram, I post, you know, a lot because I work on it every other day. And I noticed, like, for some reason in all my pictures on Instagram, I take the picture, it looks good, and then I put it into Instagram and it changes it. So it looks worse, the cross stitch. Like, I think because it makes the light show through more, or it's like not as clear and sharp as, like, you can see here. It looks way better than it does on my Instagram. And in person it does too. It's frustrating. And that happened ever since I got the new iPhone. It does something where it thinks it's making it look better, which I'm sure it does, like, for people and stuff, but not for cross stitch. So I'll get more into my plans for December, but it actually doesn't include this, but I really want to just finish that little piece out before the new year. That would be nice. So I might just go ahead and do that. We'll see how much time there is. Yeah, so that is together. You can see now down here, I'm getting into a little bit of the oranges for, like, where the sun comes up and starts shining finally. Yay. Where am I gonna put this? Where am I gonna put this? Okay. Next, I didn't tell you where I was on that. So I did 2,011 stitches since the last time. It has 37,462 total, and it's at 12.25%. Okay, next is a kit, an RTO kit, Forest Heartbeat. I think it's the same glare, I think, if I take it out. Okay, me and holding things the right way. Okay, I'm just gonna take it out because, oh yeah, because it's this way. All right, yeah, Forest Heartbeat. And I got to the second page. It's a paper chart I'm doing, and there's a lot of blends. It's on 14 count, just using all of the kit things. Oh, there she is. It's actually showing up good in this lighting. But I love her face. I did actually mess up a lot over here somewhere. I always think, oh no, I'll just count over a little bit, it's fine. And I know I shouldn't do that. I just can't help myself because I always mess up some count somewhere. So I'm gonna have to fix that next time if I remember where I am. But yeah, I'm really liking how this one's coming out. This was my birthday start on last year, so it's been just a little over a year working on that one. Then another kit was the Queen of Silk by Design Works, and this is my oldest whip now. I started it, well, I didn't start having a lot of whips until I started watching Flosstube, I think this was 2021. Yeah. In like mid or late summer of 2021, I think. So this one is big. It's also on 14 count. Aida using the full floss, but this is not stiff Aida. It was very soft from the beginning, which is like rare for kits. I can't, yeah, it's gonna take a while to show, but I'm working up in this half now, and how I'm doing this, just like I'm doing Forest Heartbeat, is since they're paper patterns, I'm doing 10 by 10 squares and working my way down and kind of going wherever that thread takes me. But that, I'm liking that method so far. It does still involve counting, which I just, like I said, I can't help myself. But oh, it's pretty. And this is, those squiggles are her hair, the ends of her hair. And yes, she has blue hair, blue and black. And then I did a little bit of back stitching on the plant And then you see like the reds and blues are part of her dress. So yeah, it is really big. It doesn't even fit on, well, maybe. I can't wait to get to like the rest of her. I'm already like kind of working around her crown up in, or like the outline of her crown up here somewhere. And there's some gold blending filament in there. So I'm kind of saving that for now. But yeah, that is her. Oh no, a needle fell off my needle minder. Okay. Then, oh, a new start. So yeah, this was my new moon, new start from November. Sorry, it's loud. Now I can't show you a picture of what it will look like because it's a stitch. It was a mystery stitch along that actually started in 2022, so I'm way behind. But it's 13 moons, even though there are 12 moons normally in a year. It has a 13th moon, like if there's a blue moon, perhaps. And I like how it's from the Little Stitcher shop on Etsy, and she has descriptions that come along with each. Now, I wanted originally like a darker fabric, and I thought I had one picked out that was really pretty, and the moons would have looked amazing on it. However, the color palette of the rest would not have matched. Like I can show you a little, I have some on bobbins too, so they're not all in this, but it just didn't match because my other fabric was like a pinkishy, well, it was blues and greens, a little bit of purple, but it was more like a summer sky. Like it was just a lot different. It didn't match this color palette at all. So I had to change it. And all I had was like this fabric, which it's good. It's like a sky. And I think these colors will look great on it, but the moons, I mean, I wanted them to pop more, but it's growing on me how they look here. And what is this? This is a 28 count even weave dusky sky. And it's a printed, so it doesn't have it on the back. It's just on the front. So it is like a nice cloudy sky, but not really a night sky. But I know like this wolf is the wolf moon and the wolf colors are really popping. So that's good. But there is a ton of that. It's 3865 is the color, and there's so much. All the borders are that, all the moons are like that, and there's other designs in there that are like that. So I'm gonna need like 13 skeins, I feel like, of, I almost used one skein just in like this one. So yeah, there's a lot, but I love how it's coming out, and I just had to have a moon pattern because I'm stitching moon and I love it. So there's gonna be 13, I think, because it's not going to be even. There's going to be 3 across and 4 down, but then I'm thinking at the bottom, I'm going to put the 13th moon in the middle. I was going to do it at the top, but that involved too much counting and thinking of where to put that. So I'm just going to do it at the bottom. But yeah, wolf moon is the January moon. I love it. And yeah, the little stitcher where I got it, the shop, she was so nice. She, because I had to pay like extra tax because I'm in Norway and they do that, but she saw that and she was like, oh, I'm so sorry I had to pay like all this extra in tax. Let me send you a free little pattern. So she did. And it was, I'm going to use it as an ornament actually for this year, which I'll talk more about in my plans, but that was so, so sweet. Go check her out. She has a lot of other patterns, little patterns as well. I think that's all I wanted to say about that one. Check my notes here, make sure, yeah. Then just one more whip that I worked on, which is nice for December. And that is the Advent Animals. I have a picture, well, I'll show you first where I'm at because I have a finish. It's like each one is a little mini finish. It's going to be an advent calendar. And these are patterns that are free if you go to Brooks Books website. And I finished Katie Kitty. I finished last night. So cute. really did not take long. There's back stitching and one little French knot in the eye of the fishy, which is a little gingerbread fishy with icing. It's so cute. Oh, so I'm excited about this one. And then I started over here, the second one, which is Peter Polar Bear. So I can show you a picture of Peter Polar Bear. I want to show you the actual pattern, so I guess I could because it's free, but Peter Polar Bear. So cute. This one reminds me of my husband because he loves hot cocoa, but he can only drink it once it starts snowing. And we haven't had snow here yet this year, and I don't think we're gonna have any, like, much where we are, at least. We had a lot of snow last year, but it usually starts more in January or the end of December. Although I feel like we did have some in November last year, but not like a lot that's stuck on the ground. But none so far this year. So yeah, that was, oh, this is on the called for fabric, which is a 28 count, maybe it says in here what it is, Babbling Brook Jobelin. And that's like a bluish. It is showing up pretty well in this lighting. So yeah. Okay. So since it's only been a couple weeks, that took not too long to get through. I do have a shop update because I have an Etsy shop where I do full coverage patterns. And I'm working on one now that is almost done for real this time. And it is going to be up maybe in the next week, hopefully, if everything goes well. We'll see. But yeah, it is another one by Giuseppe Macconi, the artist that lives here in my town. And I called this one Balance. He didn't have any names for them, so I just kind of made them up. This one is going to be 74 colors, 375 by 339 stitches. So it's big, but it's not like a regular Heaven and Earth design big. So yeah, I like the colors in this one. That's really cool. You can see a little like kind of washed out bird cages, and I love the detail, like in like how it's that 3D effect, the birds. It kind of reminds me a little of like Alice in Wonderland type feel, just like, I don't know, the Queen of Hearts or something. I don't know, just me. So look for that soon. I'll make an announcement on Instagram when that's available. So if you want to know, you can follow me on Instagram. It's just Stitching Moon. Yeah. Next, I have just a little bit of haul, which I shouldn't have because in my last video you saw all the haul, but I do. So the first is, well, because I told you I did have my birthday, so I got some birthday money to use, so that's why I have some haul. And I have more coming, which is mostly just like threads to kit up and finish kitting up projects that I have. So I did get a couple kits that were on sale for Black Friday that I had sent to my mom in the US, and I'm not going to get those for a while. I said she didn't have to ship them, no rush. Next time she comes to visit, she can bring those. So I'll show you that when I get them. But this one I found on our local like marketplace shop in Norway, and it's like expensive, but it was also like half off what I could find on Etsy, because it's this Teresa Wensler kit out of print, and it's the Guardian. Oh, so yay. There's some other Teresa Wenslers that were, or one other that I didn't really feel that much, but this one I just love. And I saw some finished pieces online, and it just grew on me even more. So lucky enough to get a kit by Janlin, and it comes with everything. It's completely sealed, unopened. And I have heard that some of the kits had like issues with not enough floss or some different colors, but I saw on her website, like if you do notice that, you can request like more, or, you know, the right ones. So hopefully it's okay, but I'm like super tempted to start this, like, oh, even though I really don't need any more starts, but I really am excited about this one. And the face, like when I saw it like actually stitched online, looks amazing. But I know it's going to take forever. There's a lot of blends and the border itself is stitched, so that's going to take forever, and a lot of back stitching. Yeah, like, oh, that entire border is back stitched. Like, oh, that's going to be brutal, but it's going to be so good. So yeah, really happy about that. And then I have another that was a surprise, and I think a birthday gift from one of my viewers, and I'm not going to say her name because I didn't get permission for that, but you know who you are, and it was so kind. I love it. It's actually, I can't show you it again because it's a mystery stitch along, and it's going to start in January of 2023. So I don't have what it's going to look like, but it's going to be by the same designer who did the tarot stitch along this year, which I also have, but I've not really gotten far at all because I started late. And that you can see pictures of online, and I don't actually have a picture with me right now, but it's by the same designer, but it's all of goddesses, and it's called the Dark Goddess Stitch Along. And it's a slightly different color palette that you could use like a dark fabric for. And I haven't picked that out because it's the one that I can get in Europe hasn't actually been released yet, but I'm excited about that. I have all the floss now kitted up or on my way to me, so I'm super excited. I'm going to start that. Maybe that'll be my new year, new start. I have a few planned that I want to do, which I may just get into talking about. Yeah, I can talk about plans, but first, before I forget, I do want to do a thank you for someone who shouted me out, and I just found this morning, I saw a new Flosstuber to me. She's not new, but she's new to me, so I'm glad she shouted me out so I could find her, and that is Stitching on the Rock, so thank you so much. And I only saw one video, just the one that she posted today. I don't know, maybe yesterday by the time you see this, but she had just finished a bunch of ornaments that she's going to do as gifts of little Santas. Actually, they're pretty good size, but I love them. I love them. They're so cute and just really nice. And she's going to show a video of kind of how she finishes them, but not like a tutorial, which I'm really looking forward to because finishing is definitely not my thing. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'll link her below. So thank you again. And I also just wanted to do a little shout out for another channel who I watched a while ago when she first came out, and then I just started watching again, who is Megan Poco, another Megan. And she's really funny to watch, and she has a lot of finishes because she says she's a partially monogamous stitcher, so she focuses a lot. And she just finished the November, I forget who it's by, Cricket Stamplers, I think, where you know that you've seen it before, like they have all the months like written out with all the different things within the letters, and hers looks amazing. So I'll link her, go check her out. Yeah, so now I got that, so I don't forget it, but I'll go into plans and then I'll do the giveaway winners. So December plans. I want to stitch mostly Christmas things. So now, ever since last year, I started this tradition to do ornaments each year for my husband and my daughter. So I have planned what I'm going to start for those. I just am waiting on the little hoops to get here because I could cut the size of the fabric for the pattern, but then I don't think it would fit because I think I had to get like bigger hoops because that was all they had that actually would fit the ornaments. So I'm waiting on that, and then I'll cut my fabric based on the size of that. So I'll show you those next video. Maybe I'll even have them done because I want to focus on those till I get them done so I have them in time for Christmas. And then I want to work on the Advent animals because that would be really nice to have done sometime while my daughter is young. So yeah, I'll work on that maybe once I finish my ornaments every other day. And I also want to work on the tablecloth that if you've seen some of my previous videos, you've seen it was a given to me to finish by my husband's grandmother, because her mother had started it 20 years ago and she was like 93 when she started this massive thing and wasn't able to finish it before she passed away. So his grandma had, like, her eyes and stuff just don't let her stitch, so she gave it to me to finish. And it's massive but really cute, and it's different than anything I've ever done before because it uses a full like strand of yarn. And it's one of those ones that like I'm like, I don't feel like pulling it out, and when I do though, I like it. Like, it goes quick and it's yeah, it's not bad. So I just have to make myself work on that one also probably every other day. So yeah, those are my plans, and I might throw in that together piece just to kind of finish that last diagonal. And also there's my last new moon new start that I'm going to be doing I think December 23rd. Well, I don't know if I'll do it on the exact date because we are going to be going away on a visit for Christmas, so I think I might not start that till I get back. Yeah, so that one I'm going to start at probably after Christmas. And that'll be my last new moon new start because I'm not going to do that next year because it was a lot. 12 new starts plus a birthday start, plus I did a couple more in May. So I have a lot more projects than I started the year with, which is fine, but I don't want to have as many new starts next year. But I am planning on starting like 5, I think I have so far that I want to start throughout the year. Yeah. That may change, but we'll see. But I also want to do a whip parade, an end of the year whip parade at probably the end of the month. So stay tuned for that. And I'm also, probably after I film this video, I want to film a video that I had a request for. That was how I store all my stuff, like kind of my stash organization in a small space. Where I am right now, like we live in an apartment where this room, like back to like here where I have the TV in front of me, is a combination of our dining room, living room, office, and playroom all in one. So that's fun and very messy, but I kind of have my cross-stitch stuff all over the place in different areas, so I'm not sure how organized it is, but I can show like kind of how I do that. Because my stash has grown quite a bit. So I'll show you, yeah, just how, when, and where I keep all that stuff in case it gives you any ideas for a small space. So I can take you around my messy house and do that after this video. I'm not sure when I'll post that one, but stay tuned for that if you want to see that. I'll probably do it as a Flosstube extra. Now, okay, now we can get to the giveaway winners. I think that's all I had. Yeah. Okay, so I already pulled the giveaway winners, and there weren't many comments on this. It was my last video where I was giving away some charts and some fabric and some kind of like smaller patterns with some other like stitchy, what was it, like accessories. And it was from a goodie bag that I had got when I went to the US. No, that my mom brought when she came here. And I kept some stuff and I wanted to give away some other stuff. So some people commented, but it wasn't a ton, so you had a pretty good chance of winning something. So first I'll do fabric. So the winner of the fabric giveaway is Ethel Whedon. And I hope I'm saying your name right, but I'm sorry if I'm not. So Ethel, I will comment on your comment and you can send me your information. And okay, the winner of the charts, the bigger charts, was, and I hope I'm saying your name right as well, Virpi R. So I will comment on your comment as well. And then the smalls, which included the smaller patterns and the like accessory things, that is Angela West. So congratulations, everybody. I'll get in touch with you so you can get me your information. And I hope they get there by Christmas, but you know, it depends. First I'll have to get your information, then I'll have to package them up, send them through the post office, and I'm hoping that'll be like within the week for sure, you know, unless something happens. But and then the mail has been just taking forever. I wanted actually another thing to arrive that my mom had shipped from the US like 3 weeks ago, and that's still not here, so I'll have to hopefully do that in my next video. But yeah, so the mail takes a while, and I'm sure you're probably not in Norway, so maybe it'll come by New Year's. I don't know. Hoping it'll come by Christmas. But anyway, yeah, thank you for entering. And next, I think all I have is some life updates, you know, not too much. It was Black Friday and Thanksgiving, and we kind of made that Thanksgiving weekend my birthday weekend, since we already celebrated Thanksgiving when my mom came to visit earlier in the month. So it was a nice day off, and we also got Black Friday off from my work, so they do that here. I think they do that like all over the world now. And it's really like the whole week and then the week after, because it's Cyber Monday, but they everyone extends it, it seems, for like 2 weeks. So I did get a few things for Black Friday. We actually needed a new washing machine. Yeah, dishwasher, not washing machine. Dishwasher, because ours it was like hand-me-down anyway, that was old already, and now we've had it for like 3 years, and it's just not drying now. It's not cleaning things well. So we got a nice dishwasher for half off, and that's coming today. And we thought that my husband's brother was going to be here to help like bring it in the house, but he's not. So me and him are going to have to bring that in sometime later, like up the little stairs to get in the door, through the other door, through the other door to get into our kitchen, and then somehow move out the other one, move that one in. So that's going to be fun later today. Crap, I forgot to check on the fire. Okay, I'm going to finish this up real quick so I can check on the fire. I also got a new laptop that I needed because mine's really old. And yeah, Christmas, we plan to go to my husband's grandparents who live on an island out by the North Sea. So I'm not sure when I'll get my next video up, maybe before that or maybe not, maybe after. So yeah, we'll see. But that should be fun. We'll have Christmas there. And it's going to be fun because my daughter is actually in an age now where she can appreciate and like know what Christmas is. So she's had her first advent calendar that she's been opening with, it's like a Frozen one with little like jewelry and hair things in it that she loves. So that's really fun. And I think that's it. I gotta go check on my fire. I hope it didn't die. Okay, bye.